Hi, I thought I'd do a quick inbox review of kit I received from Airfix today. This is what I actually used my flying hours to get, so it actually only cost me £2.95 for the postage, which is nice. Excuse me. Mr. Smith BF109 E4 tropical version, 148 scale. Nice bit of Airfix box art there. We've got two options. Little bit of a few more images around the side. They're really just of the actual artwork. Looks like it's got Cardcraft decals, which is good because I believe this is, although this is a newer mould, this is kind of a repackage of a mould that came out probably 3 or 4 years ago, maybe not quite as long as that, I'm not sure exactly, but it's not one of the bang up to date ones. I think it's a few years old now. But one of the things that was, I actually built the original, I think it was an E3 version. The decals weren't particularly good, so hopefully with this one being Cardcraft they should be a lot better. Again, two versions on his side, paints required in Humbrol, 2 flying hours, which I can start collecting for my next lot. Kit number A51222A. Usual sort of Airfix Club bump on the back. Sorry about this, the light's putting quite a lot of reflection. I'm just going to move this light down a bit here. If I can. That's better. That's a bit better. Okay, what's in the box? Let's start with the paperwork. Again, a bit more bump about the Airfix Club. Nice colour, painting guide and decal positioning. Always nice to have it in colour. I think it just makes the whole picture a lot clearer, and just, you know, gives you a much better idea of the paints required. 2 versions. My original plan was actually to do the tropical version here, but I'm actually quite tempted because we've got an E7, which actually got some really nice camo, and I like the fact that you've got the yellow around here as well. Just makes it a bit more colourful, a bit more interesting. So I'll probably do this one, but we'll see. No decision made yet. I'll quickly run through the instructions. So this isn't the latest, it isn't the newest mould, it isn't like a brand new mould. So there's probably reviews out there already of this kit. In fact, I know there is. Standard build sequence, and you start with a cockpit. You get a pilot, which is always nice. We've then got propeller, fuselages going together, bit of detail on the sidewalls here. There is an engine, it's not brilliant, so unless they've suddenly changed it in this version, but I'm pretty sure they haven't. Certainly the instructions look the same as the original build I did. Wings, cowling. It's a pretty straightforward build. Flaps can be positioned, which is good. There we go, positionable flaps. And then you've got the 2 different filters, depending on which version you're doing, the tropical or the E7. Wheels, gear going through. We've then got an option of drop tank, fuel tank, or a bomb, or multiple bombs. Although interesting enough, none of the pictures on the box show this sort of multiple bomb rack. But I'm guessing for the B version, which I think is the non-tropical version. Yeah, that's correct, the E7. Although it shows a single bomb here, it looks like you could have multiple bombs on there. And then finally the canopy can be positioned open, which is always nice. So that's good. Yeah, looks like the same build, same kit. So we'll quickly go over the parts in a second. Yes, the decals do look better from what I remember from the original. It's a shame I haven't got one to compare, but they look thinner. I can't see hardly any carrier film at all. They're all nicely in register. They're still quite matte, but I mean, if they are cardographed, there should be no reason why they shouldn't go on. The original ones were quite thick and needed a lot of softener to get them to go on. Although, to be fair, they weren't bad decals, but they just weren't the easiest to work with. But these look a lot better. Sorry, I'll zoom in on that so you can just see it a bit better there. Sorry, there's bad shadows. Hopefully you can see that. There's a nice decals there. Not a lot of stenciling, which is always good. Get that out of the way. Quickly go over the kit parts again. As I say, there's probably reviews of this one out there already. Also the previous version of it. One bag, pretty standard for Airfix, although the clear parts packaged separately. We've really just got two large sprues here. We'll start with the main kit here. We'll zoom in a bit here. So we've got the interior of the two fuselages. There's a little bit of sidewall detail. Unfortunately, there is some horrible injection pin marks. As you can see here, these you won't see at the back and here, but this one is right in the middle, and the same on this one. They're going to be a bit tricky to clean up. I think I did struggle last time. Again, I think there's actually an injection pin mark here as well, which is a bit annoying. With the wheel well, should be able to clean that up okay though. The parts themselves are all flash free, although there is some tiny bits of flash on the sprues themselves, but that's not really an issue. But other than that, it's all nice. You've got nice recessed panel lines, rivet detail. It's all quite crisp. It's perhaps not as refined as something like the Edard version of this kit, but it's a nice little kit. It goes together well, at least as I say the original boxing of this did, and it looks exactly the same parts to me. Sorry, let's get that out of the way. And there we go, we've got a reasonable cockpit, quite a nice instrument panel there. You don't get a decal with this one, although luckily I've actually got some decals left over from an Edard kit which I may use, or I might just give it a go at painting it, don't know. Various little bits and pieces there. Pilot figure, not one of the best I've seen, but I think with a bit of clean up, if you wanted to use him, you'd be okay. Again, you'll notice that there is a little bit of flash here, mainly on the sprues, although on some of these smaller parts there's a little bit of flash there. But generally it's good. It's a nice kit. It doesn't seem, you know, you've got weight on wheels, so that's all good. Probably see it better from that side. There doesn't seem to be any horrible sink marks. Certainly not. We often see them in the propeller. You'll need to clean it up a bit though. It's a bit sort of flashy. There is a seat belt actually. Sorry, let's get that into shot a bit better if I can find it here. There you go. In the seat there, you can see there is moulded on seat belts. They're not brilliant, but you know, if you've got time, you could probably make something better out of those, or get rid of them and put the pilot in, depending on your thoughts on that. In fact, you've got weight on wheel at the, sorry, there we go, on the little tail wheel as well, which is nice, so that's always good. Certainly nice mould there. And check the clear parts. again, there's no flash here, which is good. They're actually, you know, as clear parts go for Airfix, they're pretty good. They're clear. There doesn't seem to be a massive amount of distortion, although, you know, arguably they're perhaps a little bit thick for the scale, but they're not bad. Nice. As I say, you know, I've built one of these in the original boxing, and it went together beautifully. It's a simple kit. It's a relatively simple kit, relatively easy. You know, it's a sort of kit I definitely recommend if you're fairly new to the hobby. You know, it'll go together well and you know, produce a nice model. Hope that was useful. Thanks for watching.